Hi, my name is Pat Achilles. I'm a children's book illustrator, and I've worked with Krista Smith on several children's books, including All the Adventures of the Poodle Posse and The Upside Down Gardener and Once Upon a Poodle. And she asked me to talk a little bit about my work. I wanted to show you a few of the books that I've done. This one with Krista, The Upside Down Gardener, about a little girl who grows a garden in Brooklyn, New York, but it turns out different than what you would expect. And another book I did for the Maasai Cultural Exchange Commission was The Lion, the Ostrich, and the Squirrel, which is a Maasai folk tale. And that one was a coloring book for kids to color. Another book that I illustrated was Mommy's High-Heeled Shoes, a story about a little girl who plays with her mom's shoes while mom is out at work. They're going to a pumpkin patch. And another one is called Let's Visit New Hope, a book about New Hope, Pennsylvania, about its history and the things you can do around New Hope. I've been illustrating for many years, and my website is achillesportfolio.com. You can see all sorts of things that I've illustrated there. And right now I'd like to show you this little illustration of a goose, and I will show you how I did that in just a second. Hi, I'm Pat Achilles, and I'm going to do a little sketch the way I work when I do things for Krista Smith and her books. I often do animals for Krista. In fact, I think I did a goose for Once Upon a Poodle. So I have here some reference pictures of geese. And what I usually do is I look at one, like I really like this one here, and I start with a piece of paper and a pencil, and I sketch out the big shapes first. Get his body, get the wings. I do it very loose at first. And then he has feet out here. And I just go for the big shapes to get some action in there. Geese have funny heads like that. There we go. This one's more like that. There's the center of them. Okay. Then I take a Prisma pencil, which is kind of a waxy pencil, and I go over it and I try and refine it according to what I see in the photograph. So I make the lines a little more deliberate and a little more dark. And this goose was flapping his wings. I remember there was a scene in Once Upon a Poodle that had a goose doing this. And we'll do the other wing here. Keeping it kind of loose for right now. And if this sketch is not clean enough, then I go back and refine it some more, or I do it over. Once I get that far, I take a kneaded eraser, get rid of some of those pencil lines, and then I'm ready to do a little painting. So as you see over here, if you can look over here, I have some orange and blue and green acrylic paints. And let me get a brush. They are a lot like watercolors. They get thinner with some water when you add it. And I'll take a little orange here and get his orange beak. Get a little more there. And his feet, legs and feet, which are very orange. And you see the Prisma pencil, because it's kind of waxy, does not blur or anything when you do that. Now I'll get a little green for the grass. Just sort of block that in. And because our goose is mostly white, you want something to define him against the background. So what I usually do is put some color, like a little bit of blue back here, so that he stands out against the white paper. Like this. Doing this very loose. But that's kind of nice. You get some nice textures in the acrylic watercolor when you do it loose like this. It can bleed into the other colors. Sometimes, there we go. And I see from my photo reference, he actually has a little reflected kind of orangey glow here, which I really like. So let's put that on the underside of his wings and feathers. Even a little bit there. And we'll get a little more color going under here. And actually, I'll put a little blue in there too, because blue kind of complements orange, and it blends kind of nicely for a nice shadow there. And when that dries, I might go over the pencil a little more to make it darker, but that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.